I go?
You were saying something, we laughed, so you stopped.
Did
you lose what you were saying?
They're all laughing at me.
You piece of shit.
I can't focus when they're laughing.
You good?
It was something about
You actually forgot.
this podcast.
You actually fucking forgot.
Nah. I'm just...
You forgot.
I forgot.
Fuck.
This is Your Friends Podcast with Alex Comp.
Justin Brodzik.
And Grant Davis. Please cut that.
What were you doing?
I was yawning.
I'm not cutting it.
You piece of shit.
I had to yawn. I can't.
What a terrible time to yawn.
I can't fucking help it. I have a lack of oxygen inside me.
I hate
No, that's
you.
because you're warm. That's why you yawn.
No, it's not. It's because you have a lack of oxygen. It's a big breath.
Yawning's an evolutionary trait.
Yawning's a big breath.
It's an evolutionary trait. We use it to warn others. That's why it's contagious.
That's not why it happens, though.
That's why it's contagious.
Yeah, but it's not why it happens.
I don't know.
It happens because you're just taking a big breath.
I've yawned 4 times since I started talking.
You need more oxygen. Also, now you said yawn, so you yawn. Now I'm gonna yawn. Thanks a lot, fucker.
He's yawning.
This is what you
Bitch.
get.
Did it on purpose.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
This is
No,
the whole show.
let's just make our
This
podcast.
is an audio show.
Let's just be a yawning podcast.
Stop
We just all yawn. I'm crying. Oh, it's real tears. So what did you guys do on New Year's Eve?
Wait. They don't know who we are.
Yeah, they do.
No, I mean, like, why are we doing this?
Oh, right.
We never, ever, which is kind of why we have a few podcasts on the back burner, because we never really talked about why we're doing this.
We just do it.
Yeah, because we just kind of did it. We don't really know why at first. I mean, I had some ideas, so I'll start because I don't know if... because I kind of roped these two into doing it. I mean, the most of it was like capturing human attention is like something I'm super interested in.
I want your attention.
I want you, Tim, your attention. Give it to me. But capturing like attention is something that I'm interested in because of all the like content I consume every day that's created by individuals over networks now. So like podcasts or YouTube videos. Really, that's like any content I consume. But it's like I want to be participating in that in some way of creating my own content and putting it into a world of some sort. And since podcasts are long form and you can like do them with your friends and it's like it's got like a low barrier of entry, similar to like just some shitty YouTube video. This is just some shitty podcast. And it'll be funny, maybe.
Just an outpouring of confidence. It's gonna be great.
We're gonna be funny, I hope. Please like us.
Things might work out.
They will.
No,
You can't just be like, no, they won't.
I didn't say that.
You wanted to.
No, yeah, if you say that, then you're like,
I'm trying to build skills.
You gotta talk like.
I'm
you gotta
trying
talk
to
like
have
this. This is how people like to be talked to. Like, I was walking down the street and there was a rock in my shoe and I didn't get it out for 5 blocks and I just kind of kept going even though I felt it the whole way and I didn't know what to do.
Great. Is there an ending to that story?
Are you reading your diary?
That's a shit
And
diary.
then when I got to
That's a good entry.
When I got to where I was going, my shoe fell off and the rock came out too, and I was too attached to the rock to let it go, and now it's just in my room, and I put googly eyes on it. And I named him
How is it
Sheldon.
in your shoe? And now it's got googly eyes? Confidence.
Yeah, it's overbearing.
Confident.
Really, if you could tone it down, that'd be great.
I walk into the room and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna fuck all of you, and then they see me and I get scared and I kind of walk away and I invite the jukebox.
I'm just really good at saying random things.
I'm good at pretending to have no confidence. Well, in reality, I got no confidence.
So yeah, ultimately, like capturing human attention is something I'm super interested in, and this is like a good exercise for that. And like something I've found just being an adult in the world is that people can't communicate fucking at all. So, like whether it be texting or just talking straight up, I think that forcing myself to participate in a conversation that other people will listen to will help me build skills that would become like actually useful in the future when talking to other humans.
You're talking to a microphone.
What? I guess we are talking to microphones.
You're talking to dolphins. They're pretty smart.
Eek.
Crows can remember your face.
Crows are hella smart.
Crows.
I talked to a
Crows
crow.
hang out in murders.
Yeah, they
so
do.
wicked.
Talk about a bees.
That's what bees are known as. It's a fuckload.
A fuckload of bees. Whoa, that's a fuckload of bees.
What was it? A hot 105, the Hammer FM of moths. It's the best one. But yeah.
So like human attention, building skills, those are nice things. As you've heard us, we like to laugh. Making other people laugh would be cool. We watch a lot of stand-up. Though we think we're funny people, we don't have the sort of confidence to do something like that, or the skills.
Or just being funny in general.
No,
I think we're kind of funny. There's some level of being self-aware and being confident in who you are that allows you to do something like this, podcasting, or just talking into a mic and recognizing that other people might hear it. And with doing that, you also understand that people may not like it. So you have to be fairly confident in who you are. Unless you guys didn't think that far, now you're kind of second-guessing it.
No, I don't know.
No. If
I spout shit on the daily, if
it's all useless.
If it catches, like, kudos to me.
And like ultimately, I can like see this as something to look back on because the internet is forever. So whether that be good or bad right now, whether our blessings are curses or the other way around, when these eventually go live and we can look back at them in so many odd years and be sentimental and garbage about when it was just me and my friends taking off at 19. We are all 19. Which,
We are all.
which is super young for podcasting because
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you know that listens to a podcast?
Adults.
No one.
Yeah,
You.
me, which is why I want to do it. My older brothers listen to podcasts. Older people typically, not older people, but older than us because we're really young.
They're smart and have lots of money.
Yeah,
One of them does. I know one of them does.
at least one of them.
At least one of them's smart and has lots of money.
I thought you just meant older people are smart and have lots of money. I thought that's what you were going
I mean, as a child, that was
more than me in both categories.
As a kid, that was totally my conception of the world was that when you become old, you have money and you're smart.
Yeah, I also.
It's not the
thought
case 90% of the time.
I think, yeah.
Not as much money as you probably thought adults have.
No, it's like
90%
realizing
of the time that's not true.
As soon as you learn like how much a dollar actually is and like what it can buy and how far it goes, you start realizing that like
you start really appreciating that $5 hooker.
Oh, you start appreciating everything,
especially things that are $5,
like footlongs.
Hey, you thinking about $5? Talk about I got a $3.50 deal going on behind the 7-Eleven.
Shit, today?
No, it's every Wednesday.
Sale ended.
Fuck, I'll be there.
Alright, sick.
I'll be there.
Just got $10. So
we got paid today.
Oh fuck yeah!
But like I got $10 cash.
Yeah, but we got paid today.
Hey, you got a fucking
You
TV
take
for
credit?
Halo 5.
Yeah.
Can you take credit cards? You got a Square?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Nathan has a Square. He has 3.
Like
3 squares. He got 3 because they send them to you for free.
Oh, you literally mean the thing you plug in your phone to take credit cards? I thought you just meant squares.
He built squares.
I thought you meant cigarettes.
Oh, I guess you could have.
I haven't heard of that since high school.
Yeah, neither have I.
Because it's stupid. And
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Oh, it was so long ago. Really? Oh, fuck.
That's 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Could have also been a year and a half ago.
Nope.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, 2 years ago, because we're sophomores now. 2 years ago, we started our senior year. Ah, you're right. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, graduating. What was that throaty noise? Going?
Really,
throat!
that was really aggressive.
And then, oh, that's a weird throat noise. Was it your throat?
Well, it was super throaty sounding,
Yeah.
so I thought it was your throat.
You want to see me do it again?
No, see you. I don't see you. You're lying down on the. Stop it! You're lying down on the couch over there.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
So we're also like capable individuals of going off on tangents.
Oh.
You'll learn that.
Well, they just did because we tried talking about why we're doing this, and we started talking about Grant's throat noises.
I don't know. I think we stray too much from what we start.
Well, I think that's the entire nature of
That's what makes us
what
us.
we're going to be doing.
That's what makes us us. I don't think. I think everyone.
This is us.
That's a show.
Well, it's more like it's just going to be like the flow of our consciousness for an hour and a half.
It's
constantly.
sporadic.
Oh.
It's never going to make sense.
Oh, how sporadic.
And hopefully sometimes it's funny. And hopefully sometimes it's super humanizing. What was I saying? Right.
So are we going to do intros or what?
Well, like this kind of was the intro.
Okay, we thought we were doing personal intros.
Well, I was explaining why I was doing this.
Okay, well, keep going then.
And I was giving you time so you guys could come up with reasons too, because I roped you in and I didn't think you would think of it. I wasn't done sharing.
Pass the sharing stick.
Okay, you can keep sharing.
Okay, I guess this will be my last thing. And just looking back at this, was the last thing I was talking about, would just be nice to have all these hours of content, which is, I think, more fulfilling than like a scrapbook or pictures that are too much work and something I would never do. We're focusing, Grant. Stop being fucking weird.
Yeah.
Final thing I wanted to say was that to share something in the world that somebody else could possibly connect with and to experience that potentially even is something that is a huge desire for me. It's different than like I want to make a song and maybe someone can relate to that song, because this is more like of a conversation where they could be like, oh, I remember when I was watching those anti-gay commercials and I was like 13 in high school and I got beat up for dressing like Hillary Duff. And I'll be like, man, that's super weird.
Why'd you do that?
I'm glad we have this podcast so I can know about that. Or something serious or whatever. But the fact that it's a conversation means it's more like personal and purposeful even. But again, we're like 19, so maybe you won't like us.
What is
maybe.
Purpose?
Porpoise?
Well, I'm trying to find
it's
some
very
purpose in uploading
purposeful.
this. I'm so purposeful.
I'm full of porpoise.
I'm full of pores.
Oh, we all are, Alex. We're people.
I'm porous.
I'm not. I'm a porpoise.
I'm a whore.
I said I was the poorest. I have no money.
No, I'm the poorest.
Yeah, you are. You owe me $20.
I'm also the poorest.
I'm porous. I'm gonna change my name to Horace.
Horace?
Porous Horace.
Porous horse.
I'll slip around town.
Porous Horace, the Horace whore.
The poorest whore.
Poorest porridge.
No, it's porous Horace, the poorest whore. Whore.
Nice.
Of course.
Of course. Of course, the pores is who makes up the whores.
Stop it!
Dude, bars.
Dude, yo.
But that's everything I have to say about why I'm doing this. Justin! Your turn.
All right, so I got one pretty simple purpose.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, this isn't my thing. All right, I got one thing.
The album Purpose by Justin Bieber.
Dude, that's a good album.
Yo, it is. But, like, I was talking. All right. So, we all like to think that we're pretty funny, but that's just to us. Because to us, we're hilarious. Because we're all the same person. So, I just think it'd be pretty cool if, like, one person out there could be like, yeah, you guys are funny. And I feel like that would just be really gratifying. I feel like it'd give me some purpose. Give me some porpoise.
There we go.
For
Especially
doing this.
considering how none of us were popular ever.
Oh, yeah, true that.
And especially in middle school where I tried my hardest to be funny and nobody thought I was until high school when I stopped giving a fuck. And then some people thought I was funny.
Yeah, when you peak at 8th grade.
And now when you peak at 8th grade.
When you peak at 8th grade, you need other people's approval.
Oh, for sure. And now the people who thought I was funny are the people I hang out every day with. So, we're desperate.
So yeah. I mean, not that desperate, but a little bit.
Not
I'm
want
like,
them- I don't want
I
them
just
to know I'm
want to
desperate.
know that someone else is in the same boat with us. Like,
we're
you
not
could-
that desperate.
like,
But we don't
I
need
just
you.
want someone to be like, "Hey, I understand you," but I'm not trying to come off as like, "Hey, I want someone to help me."
like to know that we're not the only 3 people in the world that think like this and think that these things are funny. Like, you can be our friend if you want. You don't have to be.
And this is your friend's podcast. And I'm Alex Comp.
No, we're not doing that right now.
Oh. But sit down, have a conversation, hang out with your friends for a bit.
Drink a bowl
Hopefully, what?
Of soup.
and smoke a glass of whiskey.
I'm confused.
Oh, right. Also, the whole thing about this being your friend's podcast, I touched on it before, but just being able to, like, listen to something for an hour and maybe, like, just occupy your thoughts at some point and feel like you're just hanging out is something I hope I can give somebody.
That's more or less what I was touching on.
That's more or less what we all believe.
You were touching on little boys
Oh, shit.
and their bouncing butts.
Oh, my God. Justin, you were doing that? Shit.
Guilty as charged. What can I say?
Shit.
Man.
Grant, tell us your deepest, darkest things that are going on the internet.
Yeah, go.
My deepest and darkest thing.
No,
No,
not that.
not that.
My ears.
They're not that deep. They're full of wax.
Yeah, they're pretty deep. Deep full of wax. Nah, but like,
Why are you doing this, bro?
yeah, I think it's just, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. And when you offered, you said you want to do this, I was like, gives me more time to do things. I don't know.
And it's something different that we can all do, too,
Yeah,
as an activity.
It's a group activity.
Group hanging out.
There's so much more room for activities.
Oh, my... No, there's less, because there's less
Yeah,
stuff
I'm very
in here
constricted to where I'm sitting.
Now.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Grant's lying down.
It's like now.
This couch is the best spot for this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's just a time to just hang out and like do what we usually do.
Play Smash for 8 hours.
No, but it's different than that. We're just talking instead of like playing Smash for 8 hours,
Right.
and then it's just the meat of what we had been doing before. Like when we were hanging out, like before we'd like go somewhere and we'd just have these conversations, but now we're just doing it here. It's like it's the same thing, just taking out, going to restaurants and.
Yeah, that was expensive. We would do that a lot.
Yeah, the whole summer of 2015, we'd go to a diner at 4 a.m. every night.
And then just sit there for 3 hours and talk.
And then get stuck in a fucking monsoon.
Oh, yeah. That was
Have to drive home on the sidewalk.
That was fun though.
That was dope, though.
You went
Nice.
behind the wheel.
And then I had your crack
Yeah, we took
pipe.
your shitty car.
You almost died a bunch of times.
What were you saying, Grant?
And then Justin had a crack pipe in there.
Oh, yeah, you did have a crack pipe.
That's the day we discovered the crack pipe. That's right. Not a real crack pipe. Disclaimer, not a real crack pipe. It's the thing you use to check the air pressure in your car. It just looks like a crack pipe.
And then I had a lighter too, and I was pretending to smoke crack out of the air pressure gauge.
Comedy.
It was a pure Carrot Top moment. Prop comedy.
Carrot Top. Oh, prop comedy.
Yeah.
Dude, We should get props for our comment. Oh wait, no, we can't.
This
do
is
that.
an audio.
Do they make audio props?
This is my seesaw.
All right. Imagine we're on a seesaw.
Imagine I put googly eyes on a saw.
Whoa, okay.
Seesaw.
Yeah, that's the Family Guy one.
Ooh.
How'd you get out of there? Oh, I use this. It's a saw with glasses on it. Oh yeah, it's my seesaw.
So,
Also, we're nerdy like us.
please.
Please.
But if you don't, it's fine. Just fuck you.
No,
Fuck me.
fuck us. If you don't like us.
But they wouldn't.
Yeah,
Fuck you. No. Fuck me.
Oh, right.
You all suck salt.
All right, I think it's time for us to talk about something.
Something real.
Well, that was real. Now it's time to talk about bullshit forever.
Something trill.
Something
Something
trill.
trill.
I haven't heard that since high school.
Oh,
either.
God. Neither have I.
2 years ago.
Keeping it trill.
Keeping it trill, bro. Justin, are you sick still?
As a matter of fact, maybe.
Wait, what?
That's not an answer.
I don't know. I still difficulty swallowing.
Did you not get your blood test back?
No, I did. I mean, that was I got.
Oh, that was for mono, right?
Yeah.
What'd they say
negative.
today?
They told me to fucking suck it up.
Oh, they said
Nice.
I went to. All right, so here's what happened.
All right, you went to your throat thing.
All right, I'm about to tell all you people what actually happened. I got real sick last Tuesday.
You got a cold.
I thought it was a cold. All right, okay, I didn't get like cancer. Okay, it just wasn't life
It
threatening,
was just AIDS.
but it hurt like a lot, like really painful swallowing, and tonsils are gross. I went to the doctor. And they were like, maybe it's strep. And it's like, oh, not strep. Maybe it's mono. No, it's not mono. But here's antibiotics anyways for your fucking virus. That won't help. Okay. And I called them like 4 days later. And they were like, yeah, so if it's not that, just finish your antibiotics for no reason. And then take ibuprofen when it hurts and hope it goes away. Okay, bye, fucker. And so I was like, all right, whatever, fuck you guys. So I talked to the front desk, and they referred me to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, otherwise known as an otolaryngology specialist. And I made an appointment in their office, and this lady went to school for like 14 years to do what she does. I know that because my aunt is a special doctor. She's a fucking... Shit, what is she?
You've said the word before in your life.
Oh, yeah. She's specializes in breast cancer. I don't know the name of the word. But she went to school for 14 years. So if you want to specialize in a certain part of disease or a part of the body, you go to school for around 14 years. And this bitch, who'd been to school for 14 years to do what she does, went into her office. I described to her my symptoms, which aren't just normal virus, like, oh, my throat hurt really bad. Like, I had a fever and chills and a headache and stomachache and ear pain and fatigue and... I had fucking everything. And she looked in my throat, and I was like, yeah, they probably look fine now because it's basically gone, whatever it was. She looks at him, she goes, yep, those are fine. And I was like, can we take them out? Because they hurt, and this happens a lot. And she's like, well, it's got to happen 7 times a year for us to consider taking them out.
7 times a year?
7 times a year.
I wonder why.
7 times in the past year, or 5 times a year for 2 years, or 3 times a year for 3 years.
Why did I get mine out then?
That's
I
just...
think you can just go to some of them and be like, can I get my tonsils out? And they're going to be like, yeah, because that's a paycheck.
Well, they could have, but she was telling me, like, it's like a mandatory, like, 2-week recovery process where basically 2 weeks you have the worst sore throat you've ever had in your life.
Oh, for sure.
I don't remember
And,
any of
because I
them.
remember my brother got it, and he was, like, crying at the dinner table because his throat hurt so bad.
Older or younger?
Older.
Older.
And I was like, all right, maybe I don't want to go through that. And so she advised me not to do it unless it happens, like, 3 more times in the next 6 months, which I pray to God doesn't happen. But so basically what she told me to do, there's nothing they can do about the virus that keeps happening to my throat. She basically just said, all right, well, suck it up and wait for it to happen a bunch more times, and then you can come back and talk to me. So she's a bitch.
I don't know. It seems fair.
She didn't help. Nobody can help. I'm dying.
I don't
You
think
just have a cold.
Slowly.
I don't think you have anything wrong with you.
Well, you have something in your
I
tonsils.
don't think you have anything major wrong with you.
Well, I mean, like, from the ages of 18 to, like, I don't know, 29 to, like, 29, 25. If you go to a doctor and you're a male, they will probably just let you go because typically there's nothing wrong with you. That's like the most, if you didn't die as a kid and you reached like adulthood at like 18, you're probably fine for the next 10 years.
My immune system's kicking ass right now. Except it's really not.
So
But it's
like,
keeping away like cancer and stuff.
if you're like, my back
that's not
hurts,
your
they're like,
immune
haha,
system.
mine too. Just go away, take some ibuprofen.
Get out of my office.
Yeah.
That's what they fucking told me.
I think I don't want to do anything today. I just want to sit here and contemplate.
It's like, come back when you're 45 and like your hairline's receding, then like something's wrong. I can give you painkillers. Dude, you know what would probably... I was thinking of back pain and like that medieval torture device that stretches people.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
how good that first would be.
I'd probably be
Oh, it's probably
awful.
orgasmic.
No, the first one, probably great.
Because it stretches out that spine and you're like, oh, and it like cracks everything.
And then you suffer the worst pain ever.
and then you're ripped into 4 pieces.
You feel every nerve in your body being torn.
Yeah, that's gotta be terrible.
Torture devices are cool.
But imagine, it's crazy ingenuity.
They're so interesting.
There's this one torture device. I saw this on Reddit. It is like a cast iron bowl.
Oh fuck yeah! This one's the best.
Wait, a bowl?
Bowl.
Bull?
Yeah, and
Yeah, oh, I saw
you
that.
stuff people inside of it and
Yeah.
light a fire under it.
Yeah.
And because of the way the air filters in and out of the bowl, it sounds like a bull like
Screaming.
screaming.
And then the dude who made it got shoved in it.
Sounds about right.
Everyone gets killed by their own torture devices.
Well-
The guy that invented the guillotine got decapitated by guillotine.
Well, it's beautiful.
It's a circle.
It's poetic.
It's cyclical, just like the world.
This episode was sponsored by Harris Design. Do you have walls? Do you want things on those walls?
Maybe art.
Maybe art?
Maybe
Custom art?
shelves?
Custom wood wall art?
Pretty fancy.
Pretty fucking fancy.
Looks neat. Surprise your friends.
Looks neat. Surprise your friends. We're surprised with the wall art we have here. Thank you to Nathan over at Harris Design.
Spice up your walls.
Spice up your walls.
Spice up your life.
It's just Nathan. He makes pallet wood art and he makes custom furniture. So if you want like a coffee table or anything, if you're interested, go to harrisdesign.design and you'll find links to his Instagram. You can email him. Maybe get something custom, go to his Etsy, buy a wall art. They're super cool. All the wood comes from Metro Detroit. He buys everything local. So if you care about things like patriotism
Local business.
and amazing wall art that will make all your friends super jealous,
Let's be honest. It'll shock your friends.
it'll shock your friends. These pieces of super strong, high
Highly
quality, highly durable. It's wood, dude.
Oh, for
highly
sure.
customizable.
Yep. Send an email over to Nathan at harrisdesign.design@gmail.com. Get something super custom for your walls, coffee table, whatever. Use promo code FRIENDS at checkout on the Etsy site and get 10% off your first purchase.
Maybe
Ooh,
something for your mom.
maybe something for your mom, your
Makes
dad.
great gifts.
Oh my god. Gifts. Harris Design, created for individuals. How did your close with Brett go yesterday? Oh, you didn't close, but you stayed.
Yeah, how was that?
It was gross.
Why was it?
What
gross?
did Brian say to you when you went in there? That was
Who's
mean.
Brian?
I don't know. Brett said you got in there and Brian said something mean to you, and you go, "What a dick!" But Brett didn't hear what he said to you.
Oh, right.
Who's Brian?
Some guy who works there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Is
just
Brian the employee of Brett?
yeah.
So Brett is their other roommate, Justin, Grant, and Brett live together in an apartment
here.
here where we currently are
The studio.
recording, and Brett's currently at work, which is the studio, which is why it's quiet enough to do this, because Brett's very loud, and is typically accompanied by somebody.
My cousin.
And Brett is a store manager of a Little Caesars. He hired us all when we were younger
To a different store.
to a different store because as years go on, Little Caesars fail, apparently.
Yeah. So we all leave.
So we all leave and get moved around. Brett gets promoted up to store manager. And now Justin and Grant's college job is working in pizza places.
A half hour away in South Lyon.
And, yeah, a half hour away. It's
Half
kinda
hour away
far.
from where we live.
And
I
Brett
mean, we go
lives
to
10
school
minutes
half
away.
hour away, so it's like,
Yeah,
it's-
half hour the other way.
I
so
live
it's an
right
hour
in
away from your
between where
work.
I need to be.
yeah, that's kind of like I figure that's a good spot to live.
Yeah, but there's a Little Caesars closer.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't have as many cool people. How am
True.
I gonna pal around?
Yeah.
Make new pals.
Grant,
Grant, you go-
That's why we're doing this. 'Cause we're not good with social people.
Grant, you go to stores and make them stupid.
Yeah, I know. That's like my job.
You'll do fine.
That's my actual. Like, I figured out my actual position is dumbing down employees.
So, like, the humor we have is what Grant puts across the board, except louder
Oh, it's
and,
so
like, more obscene.
every week we get a noise complaint.
It's always Grant's.
Every single
Every week, there's a
We-
State Farm next to Grant's Little
We share a
Caesars.
wall.
They share a wall, and they get a noise complaint every single week when Grant works.
no, 2 weeks ago it was when you and I just screamed about something. They
Oh,
didn't like,
yeah.
they didn't like that. But the week before that, they there was like 8 of us just working, and something happened where someone said something loud, and I screamed at them to shut up. But when I scream, they all scream, and then I have to scream louder to assert myself as the top screamer. And then when I did that, everyone else started screaming really loud. So it's just 8 teenagers all in a Little Caesars screaming as loud as they can. And then like 30 minutes go by, and we think nothing of it because
It's every day.
who cares? And then I get a phone call, and it's like, hi, this is the store supervisor from before you were working there. I was like, oh, I know you. And she's like, yeah, I just got a call from the landlord. Says State Farm called him, was not happy you guys are all screaming. Gonna need you to stop doing that. And I was like, yeah, no problem.
You gonna stop doing that?
And I was like, yeah.
The people at the State Farm next to the Little Caesars called the landlord, and the landlord called the area supervisor for a different area, who then had to
No.
call our store.
She's not even an area supervisor anymore. She has a different position.
It's the only number they had.
She was the only number they had. She has something entirely different, no affiliation with us whatsoever.
And she still did it.
And she still did it because she's like, all right, whatever.
God damn, we suck.
No, that's pretty cool.
But that State Farm says that they can hear, like, straight up our conversations, not even screaming, just because it's so deadly quiet in there
Oh, yeah,
that
there's
they can
nothing
hear
going on.
everything that we say. So a lot of times when they do complaints, we'll just talk shit about, like, their copays
Yeah,
and their deductibles and how their rates are shit.
When there's like people wanting to get loans and shit from State Farm or insurance, and
We talk about their ridiculous deductibles and their copays that are way too high.
I mean, I have seen a total of 0 people ever go into that State Farm.
Me too.
Except
well, yeah, because you're always yelling.
yeah, but like I've seen one guy did come in who was getting service done at the State Farm, and he came
Getting
in.
surfaced.
Yeah,
Getting serviced at State Farm.
I
Thanks,
could only
Jake.
imagine what was happening. Sexual favors.
Well, you would have heard.
No, you wouldn't.
Our store is too loud.
We were far too loud.
We scream so we don't hear them.
But anyway, he comes in and he goes, what happened prior was this lady came in and she goes, she's like, I'm a little short on she's like, she hands Cole, like, I think her total was like $9.75 or something. She hands him $9.75 and he goes, oh, this quarter's a Canadian quarter. I'm not going to take it. Do you have another quarter?
What a bitch.
And no, that's what Cole said to her.
I know, what a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she goes, oh yeah, I have another quarter. And then as he's handing her his food, she's like, if that was my last coin, you'd have to take it. And he goes, no, I wouldn't. It's not currency here. And then as she's walking out under her breath, she goes, you would have had to take it. And then he comes back and he's livid and he's just going on. He's like, this fucking dumb lady, so fucking stupid. I'm not taking your fucking Canadian money, you bitch. And this guy comes in and he's like, hey, can you stop swearing? I have my children over there. And he's like, oh yeah, sorry. And then as soon as the guy walks out, he's like, this fucking guy with his fucking kids.
God, we're assholes.
That was the one that started it all. Ever since then, it's been a week.
I would just scream "fuck State Farm" whenever
Yeah.
they call.
Well, that's what
what
Nick,
Nick-
your old GM, did.
That's what Nick did.
Yeah.
He would like slam on the wall and goes, "Fuck State Farm!
he'd beat
I
the-
hate State
He'd
Farm."
beat the shit out of it, and then he'd throw shit at it.
yeah,
He would throw like a stack of metal pans at the
Yeah, he'd,
wall,
like,
going, "Oh, are we making too much noise for State Farm?" and throw the pans.
slap-
I
the wall.
like the noise of pans
Yeah.
against the wall.
Who wouldn't enjoy the sound of pans being thrown against the wall? This is my favorite noise.
It's like,
I don't know why they haven't moved.
Because they can't.
Like,
It's
would
great.
I don't get why they didn't buy the Mr. Vapor lot when it opened up.
Because
Just
they didn't
move-
know you'd be assholes.
No,
Move their
the
store
lot
over
opened up months after they've been complaining.
Well, you can't just. That's expensive.
Eh,
What do you mean, eh?
that's what a Little Caesars did in Novi. They moved literally down the lot when a spot opened up.
Well, Little Caesars is a multi-million-dollar corporation. I guess so is State Farm.
Yeah, you gotta.
They got a lot less stuff to move. They just got to build new walls and put desks in.
They
And
don't
this
even
time,
have
soundproof it.
The walls don't even look built.
Yeah, this time soundproof.
The walls aren't built. They look like just kind of like set up like things.
Cubicles. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of different little tiny cubicles in that building.
Stop hitting your pop filter,
Sorry, my head's itchy.
hat boy.
I like hats.
Why do you get haircuts?
So my sideburns aren't too long.
He wasn't being. It was a joke.
Oh.
Olivia said that.
But you guys say that and you're serious.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Oh, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We also get haircuts and wear hats.
Yeah, but you don't wear hats to the extent that I wear hats.
No, you're gonna go bald
I wear hats.
all the time,
Constantly.
every day. You're gonna go bald. Your job requires wearing a hat, and you wear a hat in your free time.
Yeah.
Are you?
The only time you don't wear a hat is when you're in bed or when you're showering.
Do you wear your hat in between drives to and from work?
Yeah. I wear it when I get home, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just a
You're
question.
gonna go bald
How do you know that?
because wearing a hat makes your hair follicles like starve for oxygen.
Fuck.
That's why people wear visors when they're balding.
Yeah.
It's to show off their balding.
No, it's because they're like, I'm scared. Help me, God.
I'll even wear the stupid hat. Just give me my hair back.
I know the sun sucks, but I hate this fucking visor.
Don't you wear visors at work now, Grant?
Oh, I love to. Everyone, it's because I'm different. And no one else has a visor. I wear it, and everyone's like, "Where'd you get that visor?" And I'm like, "Brett."
Brett.
And then they're like, "I want a visor. Can you get me a visor?" And I was
No.
Like, yeah. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll get you a visor." And then the next time I show up in my visor, I'm like, "Do you have my visor?" I was like, "Fuck no, I don't have your visor."
These
Oh.
visors are mine.
Oh, and for the record, like screaming is like, you know when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3? We will sometimes reenact going Super Saiyan 3
Just for fun.
just for fun and like scream into like
Metal pots.
metal pots so it amplifies the noise for 6 minutes or longer
Or shorter,
or shorter.
depending on how long we have to scream.
And
Depending on how far gone Grant already is.
right. Or we'll occasionally just listen to a song that doesn't have any screaming in it
And scream it.
and scream it. We call it scream singing.
Like Kamisato by Panic at the Disco.
That's our favorite song to scream sing.
That's the scream scene song.
That's the scream scene song.
Scream, sing, song. Sing song.
Gather around a campfire
Sing
and
our-
scream
scream
sing
our
our
sing-
campfire song. Our CAMPFIRESONG song!
Oh, that's gonna be hella dope. That's gonna be nice for you.
I'm not gonna remember I did that.
I know you're gonna come across that. You're gonna be tired. Probably you're playing XCOM. You're like, yeah, XCOM, and then all of a sudden you're gonna go, ah! Why did I do this?
I'm hoping it's not that bad.
I hope it makes your ears ring.
Not you guys, just Alex's.
Well,
Yeah, well, he'll change it.
I'll have to change it.
If it makes his ears ring, he'll have to change it.
Yeah.
Or I won't.
Or
Watch
he'll
out,
leave it in as a
Yeah, just
tasty
fuck you
treat.
guys.
Tasty. Our first episode in. Oh, nobody's listening. What did the comments say? 1 star.
Why
Stop
does-
yelling.
Stop doing this.
Is this State Farm?
Just
This
stop.
is State Farm.
Stop.
State
yelling.
Farms, can you please stop yelling? Oh, that'd be great.
What a bunch of bastards.
Fuck State Farm.
I don't get why the O'Reillys doesn't complain. We're just as close to them.
Because
Because their building, like where they stand, is so far away from the wall.
Is it?
Have you ever been inside?
No.
O'Reilly's is also like huge.
It like, yeah, O'Reilly's is a really big store.
Yeah, but where the
And, like,
registers
there-
are, aren't the registers right by the wall?
Well, they're never like by there unless someone's
No,
buying
like,
something.
So imagine where you are, like your head is the wall between Little Caesars and O'Reilly's. Their registers are your feet,
Well, isn't it quiet in there still?
somewhat.
Dude,
But it's just a big,
like,
it's a big space. The only reason the State Farm hears us is because they're basically up against the wall, so they hear the vibrations on the walls. The vibrations dissipate much much earlier.
Also, it's like people who sell insurance aren't.
They're bitches.
They're bitches. They're selling insurance.
O'Reilly's probably hears us, and they've heard us occasionally, and they're like, "Oh, funny."
I mean, they come in sometimes, and I just start screaming when they come in.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
They're cool. They're cool people. You ever gone in there and talked to them? They're cool.
No.
They're cool.
I mean, one of them tried to hit on our 16-year-old employee.
Oh, right.
That happens a lot. If you have a daughter, she's 16, and she works the front at somewhere, she gets hit on all day. She's there. All 3 hours. Because that's how long you can.
Remember that one time that guy came in, Grant, and like wanted to hit on all the minors, and you told him they were all 16?
Yeah, so what happened was some guy came in, he's like, hey, how old's that light-skinned girl working here?
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
And I go, he goes, is that light-skinned girl working here? And I go, nah.
You can't come in here anymore.
And he goes, how old is she? She looks kind of young. I goes, she's 16, man. He goes, hell nah, hell nah, man. And then he goes, and then I go, yeah, every girl who works here is 16. He goes, hell nah.
What the fuck kind of dude is like, I'm gonna go hit on young women who are working their pizza job?
I don't think he thought they were 16.
I don't think he thinks.
I think he thought, he's like, maybe I'll just hit on girls.
Maybe if I come buy pizza every day, they'll like me.
Maybe if I give them money that doesn't go to them,
well, that's
and
just
then I
like,
get something in return.
That's just like the testament of how fucked up dudes are. Dudes suck. The worst thing about being a girl is that dudes exist. But the best thing about being I have no clue. But it's just like the amount of shit that like a girl has to deal with because of dudes is outrageous.
Isn't it like half of it?
What? It's more than half.
And like the other half is girls.
Like almost every day, my girlfriend gets some creepy message on Instagram where it's like, send me pictures of your feet for $500.
Oh, dude,
why doesn't she do it?
Send her pictures of my feet.
No.
Send him pictures of feet for $500. Are you fucking kidding me?
Send him my feet. I don't give a shit. Send him my feet.
He doesn't want to see your feet.
My feet are hairy.
Oh my god, who cares? Send her feet.
The offer's not valid anymore.
I know, but just send him
I'm just saying that's the most money she's been offered for something.
Okay, why didn't she do it? That was dumb.
She thought about it, but then she's like, I don't want someone jerking off to my feet.
For $500, you can jerk off to my fucking dick.
What?
It's like, hey, send me a picture of your dick
Wait,
for $500. Like, all right, here we go. Here's my dick. There you go. $500, please.
Hold on.
This is my cock.
Why wouldn't you pick like an obscure body part, not your sexual organ?
Because that's how far I'd go for $500.
Because that's how much he values his sexuality.
You're like, all right, you can see whatever you want. You're gonna offer me $500. You want to video me jerking off? All right, maybe 1,000, but.
Well, Justin, this is your platform. Use it.
You want to see a video of me jerking off? I want $1,000. And you'll get your video.
No, but like, she should have sent them pictures of my feet.
She should have sent them pictures of her own feet for $500.
This happened when she was like 16.
Bro, still.
Bro, like,
it's even more valuable at that point.
She knew you, and you knew me. Just be like, hey, great.
I didn't know this happened till now.
Some creep wants Amanda to send her pictures of her feet, and then be like, hey, just send her pictures of your feet. And I'd be like, okay. And then they'd
Grant, this conversation already didn't happen.
This is a completely made up question. Just
continue.
There's red marks and hair, and it looks like someone had just recently scratched the whole top layer of skin off. Send them that.
She should have sent him her own feet for $500.
She came close.
At 16, that's so worth it.
It's so much money.
It's so easy. It's such an easy amount of that much money at that age for doing nothing.
Well, we're like fantasizing about it because it's like, whoa, somebody wants money to see my body. That happens all the time to her.
I would do it every time. I do it every time. I'd sell my body on the internet for money.
You want to sell your kidney?
$260,000.
Yeah, we get so much money.
But I'm just saying, it's like
don't need both.
It's ludicrous how like uncomfortable dudes make girls.
Yeah, Louis C.K. had a point in his stand-up that we watched one time. Louis C.K. hilarious. The stand-up's called Hilarious.
I don't think Louis C.K. needs us to plug him.
Okay, you should watch it though. Still, just so I don't feel bad about stealing his material.
We watched it one time.
I watched it a bunch of times, but he has this thing. He has a thing in there. It's like why dudes like sex so much more than girls.
Oh yeah,
it's because when you're a dude and you get to have sex with a girl. And you finish every time because that's when it's over, is when you finish. and it's great. And when you're a girl, you have to fuck a dude, and it's great like 35% of the time, and 35% of the time you just gotta tell yourself that this time you won't cry, and you'll forget about it eventually. Like, it sucks to be a girl, but it's awesome to be a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we were stupid monkeys, more so than now, and didn't have the capabilities of controlling the monkey in our brain, dudes were just stronger.
Dudes were just raping girls.
Exactly.
Dude monkeys.
And nothing's changed.
Nope, nothing has changed. Except now we know it's not okay. But
And then
like
we
we
do
still
it anyway.
but like we still let it happen. We
Just
need reform, people.
We're calling all you rapists out.
3 minutes ago, you said $1,000 video of me jerking it. We need reform, people.
We need reform, people. Stop the monkey brain nonsense.
Give me $1,000 to watch me jerk off.
I'll punch my dick for $1,000.
I didn't say to climax. Give me a 5-second video of me jerking off. That's it.
You're not worth that.
That doesn't. You wouldn't.
Not to you.
You
Well,
wouldn't
first of all,
climax
you
in
never
five-
once have been given an offer at all. How often do people message you? You know, in general, at all, to talk.
Oh, never.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes my friend Brendan sends me direct messages on Twitter, but they're just tweets that were funny.
Yeah, it's just memes.
Yeah, if you're like a girl, you get like a message a day from like a dude who's like, "Hey, what's up? Show me your boobs. I love you."
That sounds nice.
Since
Just kidding. It sounds awful.
yeah,
I have nothing to compare it to.
we have no concept.
Anytime any girls ever message me, I have been ecstatic.
Yeah,
It'd be
because it doesn't happen
It's happened like 4 times.
ever,
Like, yeah, ever.
and that was like years ago.
Yeah.
And you like remember. I don't know, man. It's just
It's different.
dudes are terrible. Like who I don't understand. The majority of dudes, like, I understand that I don't think like a dude. I'm super feminine. And I know that's bad to say over an audio format since I have nothing to back me up on that. So now you're just imagining
just
like
gonna,
the most,
You're gonna imagine the gayest, feminine man you've ever seen in your life.
and you're not far off.
His legs aren't crossed, just so you know. Right now, they're not, but you're thinking they are, and he's got a big scarf.
I have slender hips, and I care about my emotions.
There's no scarf though.
I took my scarf off
Don't tell them that.
to do this podcast.
I mean, at least you don't have a blanket scarf.
Oh yeah, Brett has a blanket scarf.
It's the size of a blanket, but he says it's a scarf. But he's a fucking.
He got it
liar.
at Forever 21.
He's dumb.
It's stupid.
Well, Forever 21 has good deals. Anyways, as I was saying,
Stupid.
I'm a
Anyways.
feminine man
Anyways,
because that sentence was feminine.
Yeah.
Forever 21 has great deals though.
What about 21
Doesn't matter.
Forever?
Forever 21 is forever.
What about 21 Forever?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does.
Does that? Oh,
yeah, it's a real store.
what?
It's Forever 21, but it's 21 Forever. It's just a different market, I think.
Suck it.
So I don't understand like how dudes think that going into a Little Caesars every day, buying the most gratuitous and fattening food that you possibly could buy for the lowest amount of money, wearing like what was he work clothes or something?
Yeah, he was wearing Papa John's uniform.
Oh, yeah. That's so attractive, Papa John's dude, buying a Little Caesars pizza, hitting on, yo, that light-skinned girl.
Well, yeah,
First of
he-
all, it's a weird thing to bring up. I understand that this dude was probably, like, dark-skinned.
Yeah.
So, I understand that, like, since I'm white, skin tone was never anything I've ever thought about in my life.
Hey, look at that. I'm so pale. Look at that darker white kid.
Exactly.
Look at that Greek girl.
I'm white. I've
Damn.
never had to once think about my race. I'm so imposed upon.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Imagine
Ice,
a
ice,
white feminine
baby.
dude. That's me. Did you say Ice Ice Baby?
Yeah, we said vanilla.
Oh.
He went to Vanilla Ice.
Ice, baby.
Anyways, I'm at a loss for words because I don't understand what he was doing. Has that worked ever?
I don't know. I get it.
I don't think he thought.
Okay, hold on. I was watching an interview with James Franco, and it was the Hot Wings thing on YouTube, which are great YouTube videos.
Love that thing.
He was with who is the
Was-
Malcolm in the Middle dad? Breaking
Oh, it's
Walter White.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston and James Franco were doing the Hot Ones
Oh, were they
challenge.
plugging their new movie?
Yeah, they were plugging the movie. It was a really good video. I'll put that in the show notes. But at some point, they bring up the fact that James worked at a McDonald's when he was starting acting, and he got like dates through the drive-thru window.
What?
But first of all,
Yeah, James Franco's an incredibly attractive man.
I disagree, but it's still James Franco.
What do you mean?
So don't go around. I
mean
don't think
just-
James Franco's that attractive. I think he's really attractive when he closes his eyes and he has that James Franco look. But I think he kind of looks like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, but
Also, I don't understand why
Buscemi's
he
disgusting.
keeps being the young dude in these movies when he's old. He doesn't look young
It should be
anymore.
his brother Dave Franco.
he got typecast.
Well, that's what it is.
he got typecast.
That's yeah. You're right.
But like, look at Freaks and Geeks, Dave Franco.
Well, Freaks, yeah, that's not
He's
now James. Oh, I guess like if he was James Franco as a teenager, would look like Dave Franco, and Dave Franco is super attractive.
Yeah, so you gotta think of it there.
Yeah, okay. So don't go like this isn't an inspiration for like dudes where it's like, man, if like James can do it, I could. No, that's James fucking Franco.
You could do it too, though.
No, you can't.
Okay.
You're not.
Kids, you can fly.
Dreams die.
Didn't Bo Burnham? Yeah, Bo Burnham. Another good YouTube video on Conan was talking about how celebrities say, "Follow your dreams,
I saw
make
that
music." Yeah, and it's kind of relative to what he talks about in his stand-up "Make Happy," where he talks about celebrityism and actually, we're kind of going against his advice of trying to form an audience. Where he says, if you have the opportunity to live without an audience, you should do it.
No.
Well, again,
I don't agree with that.
Well, it's a perspective.
it's a perspective.
choice.
He's
He
but-
has the audience, and the grass is always greener on the other side.
the grass is always green.
It's
Yeah.
the moral dilemma.
Right. So anyways, he was on Conan talking about how like Taylor Swift saying "follow your dreams" is useless.
It's mean.
It's like putting false hope in kids because it's equivalent to like a lotto winner saying liquidize your assets, buy lottos. It works.
Like that Family Guy episode.
Yeah, like the Family Guy episode.
We won the lottery twice and blew it twice.
Or no, it's not really like the South Park episode where they win the lottery and then no, they're in a casino. They win their money back to buy South Park back or something.
yeah.
And they're like,
And then-
wait, but if we win again,
We have twice the money.
we all have twice the money,
Yeah.
and they lose.
That was such a good episode.
That's a good episode.
so good.
Anyways,
Watch South Park.
watch South Park. Bo Burnham's great, and I kind of forgot my original point.
James
Dudes
Franco.
are James Franco is handsome, equivalent to Taylor Swift saying "Live your dreams." Anyways, we're all normal and gonna die alone.
That took a dark turn.
What happened?
It
the
always
end there.
does.
I was kind of happy at one point.
Like in your life or
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Like, at one time.
It was when I learned to ride
Once.
a bike. The bike was a tiger print. And I learned how
Dude,
to ride
I got a bike story. So,
Yo, me too, but it's probably not as interesting.
it. No, me too after you then.
oh, good. A bike story podcast. I'm excited.
Mine was a 10-speed.
Oh, I haven't had a 10-speed, and I traded it to ride my friend David's bike, which was a BMX bike, and it had pegs, so I thought it was super sick. Because, like, as a kid, I skateboarded, I rollerbladed, I did extreme stuff.
Extreme feminine.
Extreme feminine. Well, actually, as a kid, I was outside all the... It was when I, like, found video games. When everything changed. But, so we switched bikes because I thought it'd be super fun to ride his bike back to my house to get my GameCube so that we could play Mario Strikers.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's soccer, right?
Yeah.
Mario Baseball.
Sluggers?
Sluggers. Mario Sluggers for the GameCube, not the Wii, which is an important distinction me and Grant made in the
God,
past.
the Wii one sucks ass.
Because the Wii one makes you use the Wii motion controls,
God, it's so bad.
and it's bad. But the GameCube one is like
Good.
good,
Good.
because it's no motion controls.
It's like a good game.
It's a good game.
It's
Like,
like a good baseball Mario game. It's the only one of its. It's the one of two of its kind. It's the good one.
it was like the kind of game that for me and my friend David that absorbed our entire summer for that summer because we just enjoyed it that much. So that's why I was getting my entire GameCube set up. Even though he had one, I don't know. I think we just wanted to switch it up that day, which was kind of a mature thought. Now that I think about it, I regret it because as I got on his bike and went down a block of my road on our way to his house, I like tried to do like a little pop off the curb and the front wheel fell off. The front wheel of the bike that David had been riding all day fell off 30 seconds after I got onto it and was in the air. So I vividly remember seeing the wheel just because I was popping with a forward motion, so I was raising the handlebars, and the wheel goes in like a arc. It goes down, it goes up, and then lands somewhere. I remember seeing the arc, and I'm thinking, that's the wheel. And as the wheel finishes its parabolic arc, hey, good word, I land on the ground. So metal frame first. Turns out a lot of friction there. The bike flips, and I hit the pavement like I was probably 5 feet up in the air at my highest, and I essentially belly flopped onto the pavement with like extra momentum from riding a bike forward. Super painful. And then this aluminum framed, not aluminum because aluminum would be light, metal framed BMX bike, super heavy, lands on me, a little like 8-year-old. And I wasn't wearing a helmet. I'm lucky.
Yeah, you weren't gay.
Yeah, but I am now. Because of the impact of that.
What?
I don't know. It
The
was
bike
just that
fucked him
bad.
gay.
But I did that thing where you land and you skid a little bit forward.
Ooh.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like,
I had the, and so I had marks on my arms, because I was wearing cargo shorts, because I had so many things to hold, like pine cones and leaves, because I was outside all the time.
And change.
And change. I just had a lot going on in my pockets, so I needed cargo shorts. So I had marks, I had scrapes, and I thought, broken bones. And again, I was like 30 seconds away from home, and just coincidentally, the way I land, my head is facing towards my house, which I can still see. And I see my dad in my front lawn, like, mowing, and he's just staring. The lawnmower is, like, still going, and he's, like, staring at me. I'm looking at him, and I start to scream because I'm in so much fucking pain. And David goes back to the house, blah, blah, blah. It says what happened. My dad gets in our van, the family minivan, and pulls out the driveway, pulls up to me, 5-second drive, loads me into it, and drives me home because I couldn't get up. I thought like I was dead. And
I thought you say like backed up over you.
yeah,
Just to put you out of your
hit
misery.
me with a car.
Dad, just kill me. And I never broken a bone at the point, so I didn't know what it felt like. I still haven't broken a bone, which kind of spoils the story. I turned out to be fine. But essentially what happened was I got carried down to the basement. My mom first aided me, and Dave was like, do I go home or do you want to play? And I'm like, we should just play video games because I can move my wrists. So he puts the controller in my hand, and I essentially just sit on the couch, not moving, and we played Mario Strikers for like 8 hours. And Sluggers, yeah. Strikers came later, because that's also a fantastic fucking game.
Oh, that one's good. The Wii one's good for that one.
The Wii one is great for that one, because that's like the only game that integrates the nunchuck well,
Yeah.
which is essentially not at all, which is how it should be, because the Wii
controller.
is a garbage system,
Hell yeah, it is. Fuck you,
except
Nintendo.
for Project M.
And Wii Sports.
Anything that involves the GameCube controller. It's good as a GameCube.
Yeah, so the GameCube's good.
Wii Sports isn't GameCube.
True. Wii Sports was good.
But anyways, that's my bike story. I actually still have a scar on my chin, and no, I don't have any facial hair growing there. So things
Or
like that-
anywhere.
or anywhere. I'm very feminine.
I don't know if you
I
mentioned that.
actually have a vagina.
Oh, sick.
Anyways, there's no moral to that story. It was a freak occurrence. Bad things happen to good people.
Yeah, right.
You could get in a car accident as you're listening to this.
Oh my god.
Drive safe. Don't hit that skip 15 seconds button. I know you want to. Time for your bike story.
Time for my bike story!
Time
Okay.
for his bike story.
Hell yeah, Grant.
Toy Story.
Three.
Alright, so my bike story is really lame compared to Alex's bike story.
Nice.
really-
That's
it's
a good way to start a story.
It's really short.
My story sucks.
I
suck.
I didn't know Alex's story was going to be so cool.
Confidence.
My mom sucks.
Everything sucks.
It was when I was first learning to ride a bike.
This bike fucking sucks.
I was learning to ride it in a park that was like down the street in my neighborhood from my house with my Aunt Barbara. And it was after I had just learned how to take my training wheels off with my dad. He taught me how to, he took my training wheels off and he taught me how to do it in the street in front of my house. And the first time I ever took the training wheels off, when he let go, I turned around to see he wasn't there anymore. I got scared. I fell over and I skinned my knees. And he took me inside for an ice cream bar. That was when I first learned to ride a bike. And then so I was still practicing how to ride a bike. And I was being babysitted with my Aunt Barbara. So she took me to this park. And this park had hills. And I guess I had learned how to ride a bike. I hadn't learned how to brake a bike. So I was real confident, and I really wanted to show off my new bike riding skills to my Aunt Barbara. So I was like, all right, check this shit out. I'm going to ride down this hill because I'm super dope at riding bikes. And she, didn't say anything about it. She wasn't like, no, don't do that. I don't remember her saying anything at all about it. She was like, all right, show me what you can do. So I did, and I showed her that I had no idea how to work the brakes.
Show me what you got.
I got to the bottom of the hill. It wasn't a steep hill. You're thinking hill. I'm talking 15 degrees.
Ooh.
But it's still a lot more momentum than I had prepared to do. So you know how you stop when you're ice skating? How you turn your skates sideways and scrape the ice?
Yeah, you get to the edge.
Yeah, I tried to do that with my bike because I didn't know how to brake. And I fell. And I tumbled.
Did you roll?
I rolled.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
I
Like
rolled,
an SUV.
but the bike didn't roll over me like Alex, but I hit the bottom of this curve and I was like, I don't want to die. And I tried to slide to a stop and I got whipped off my bike and I rolled down a hill.
I'm surprised that did you slide at all? I imagine you slide a little bit and then you couldn't keep up the balance of it, so you hit an edge and then it flipped you.
I think you're assuming I was going a lot faster than I was.
Oh. Maybe I am.
I was going
Did you just turn abruptly? Did you turn the handlebars?
How'd you think I slid? I was 6.
So you just turned the handlebars.
And you turned off your bike is all that happened.
Oh my god!
It was also literally a 15-degree angle, and I was going. I was like, I don't know how to stop. I'm gonna try and turn my. But I didn't tail whip. I didn't know what to do. I was just slide, and I just turned the handlebars
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. The bike started going right, and I kept going forwards, and I just whipped off, and I rolled over, and I rolled down the base of the hill.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was bad.
I can hear the sound of the bike hitting the concrete right now.
But I was fine
because I've heard that so much.
Because it was grass, the hill that I rolled down, but it was scary.
I landed on pavement. There were rocks in my hand.
It was real scary.
Rocks in my forearm.
Rocks in Grant's shoes.
Rocks in Grant's shoes. Anyways, Grant, you have a bike story?
Yeah, so me and a couple of my middle school friends, we went to this bike. There was these running trails, and I had a mountain bike, and they all had BMX bikes.
Ooh.
And we would ride them through the running trails of this the Lower Rouge River Trail by our house. And whatever it was, there was a bunch of shit always growing in the trails, and we just tried to see how fast we could go through it.
Smart.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kids shit.
And then I remember we were going through one, and I hit my handlebar hit a tree, and that busted off, and then my pedal hit a tree, and that busted off, and then the tire hit a tree, and then I fell off.
Dude.
And the bike was just blown to shit. So in that process of 3 months of going through that trail,
Yeah.
I broke my bike,
Nice.
my mom's bikes,
Nice.
my dad's bike,
Nice.
and then they had to get 2 more bikes.
Nice.
And then there was one specific time where it was just a rock path that I was going down. And I was right next to my friend Seth. Eye and eye with him.
Right.
And then I just looked over at him, and then I started bouncing up and down and made this queer ass face. And then it was up and down, and then all of a sudden I hit a rock and my bike completely flipped, and I had a face full of rocks.
Oh.
It was incredible. Because Seth he said he saw the whole thing, and it looked like a glitch in a video game, where 1 second the character's upright, and then the next they're in the ground.
In the ground.
and it was just a great time.
Don't you have another story where you like threw your bike at something
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
it broke?
Yeah, so this was the same bike before it was like really broken. We went to a dollar store, and there's another at the dollar store. Anyway, me and this other 12-year-old girl walked in. Me and a 12-year-old girl walked in while I was 12. I was 12.
I remember the story from being 12.
Yeah. So at the age of 12, we thought it was a good idea to go in a dollar store and buy a pregnancy test because it would really, really fuck with the cashier that 12-year-olds are buying pregnancy tests. So that was the whole reason we went to the dollar store. But anyway, upon getting there, my 12-year-old mind thought, hey, this would be a cool entrance. I'm going to ride up and jump off my bike. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And I ride up, and we're coming to the wall of the store, and I jump off, and I didn't know how to stop myself, so I thought, you know what, I'll just push off my bike. So I push, and I throw my bike as hard as I can, and it just goes right into the wall. The tire bends inward, and I had to ride that shit home. And mind you, that's like 4 miles.
You suck at riding bikes.
I didn't ride. I threw it.
He was riding it fine.
Oh.
I threw it at a wall.
He's bad at getting off bikes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there was
Hey, me too.
There was another time
Yeah.
I was hanging out.
Me
with,
too.
I was hanging out with my other friend, and I tried it again, but this time I wasn't gonna push off it. So this time I got off it, and I was doing fine. I started walking, and the bike cut me off, and I tripped over it and hit my face on the tire.
Bikes are fucking dangerous for kids.
Bro.
I guess it's the same as cars because of how often shit happens on a bike. Like where you text and drive, and that distracts you. But when you're a kid, you're just distracted always.
I mean, have you texted and bike?
I mean,
can't
that's
because I need
easier.
both hands.
Oh, I can do no hands on.
I
You
can
never
do-
learned to do no hands
You
on
do
bike?
no hand bike?
Can you one hand bike?
Yeah.
Then you're half of the way there.
You're all the way to texting though.
That's true.
I might have actually texted and biked once, but I probably haven't ridden a bike seriously since I got a phone.
When did you get a phone?
8th grade.
You didn't ride a bike in 8th grade?
No, I didn't have friends to go bike to.
Justin didn't have friends in middle school. They'll learn that when I post the other thing.
I didn't have friends in middle school, okay? Nobody liked me ever.
All right, whatever. I'm sorry. I don't
I'm
like
not
you.
sorry.
I don't like you either.
One time I was on a bus and I got a haircut and this girl Nazreen said she didn't know that I got a haircut and I was like, well, I've had it for like 2 weeks, and she was like, sorry, I've been spending my time hanging out with cooler people.
Oh my god.
That was a real story. It really happened. If
Did
Nazreen,
she
you're out there,
approach
you're a
you
bitch
and
and I
start
hate
that?
you.
Did
What?
she approach you and start that situation? Or were you like, I got a haircut?
No, she looked at me and she's like, did you get a haircut? And I was like, yeah, like 2 weeks ago. And she's like, oh, sorry. I was hanging out with cooler people. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you're right. I just accepted it. I was beaten. I was broken. I was like, you know what? You're right. And then she felt bad. And then we became friends.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's how, like, kids become friends, is being mean to each other, because that's the only emotion kids can fucking
Yeah,
portray.
I think I became friends with someone because I threw a tennis ball at them when we were playing wall ball and I hit him in the back of the neck.
I got my first girlfriend because girl I had talked to, because I stabbed her. Stabbed is aggressive. I poked her. You know what? I probably said the same shit when I was like 6. I didn't stab her. I poked her. I don't know. I put a reasonable, to a 6-year-old, amount of force of a sharpened lead pencil on her freshly braided hair because I could see her scalp. Like, it was a tight braid, so, like, parts of her scalp were showing in the parts, something girl's hair. And I poked it because I was like, I like you. Poke. She cried. And I got sent to the principal's office, ruined my recess because they waited until after lunch because they knew. They fucking knew I was at recess. So, go to the principal's office. They're like, did you stab this girl? And I'm like,
I poked her.
I poked her. And they're like, okay, that was really it. Say sorry. I don't know. I'm like, I didn't mean it. I never mean it, so I didn't mean it as a kid because I liked her. And then they're like, all right, get out of here. And we walked together to go out to recess. And what happened is that we started talking where she's like, you know, I didn't really like, it wasn't bad, but it was like, why did you do it? And it's like, I don't know. I like you. And she was like, oh, okay. Do you want to go play on the swings? I was like, fuck yeah, I want to play on the swings.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, you fucking slut. I
Fucking
want to play on the
play with you
fucking
on the
swings.
Let's fuck the swings.
Well, like the cool thing to do,
Sex swing.
in my head, the one way to bond with a girl as a kid was like if she would like push you on the tire swing, was the thing elementary kids would do.
Oh, I got banned from the tire swing.
Yeah, because you spit out so you threw up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
like
no,
too many
we
kids.
had
Go home.
We had a game. The game was called Who Can Make Grant Vomit.
Ooh, we play that game.
We play that game. It's Grant. Grant wins every time.
No, it used to not be me.
Speaking of stabbing children,
Oh,
when I was in middle school, I stabbed this kid, Nick. Literally stabbed, like, the tip of my pencil went into his arm. He had a hole in his arm for, like, a month. Because he was strong and I was weak. And he was pretend choking me in my desk. To him, it was pretend. To me, he was choking me. And so I grabbed, like, choking me to the point where I'm like, wow, I can't breathe. And I'm just flailing my arms to find anything. And I found a pencil without seeing it. And I just jammed it at him. And I stuck it into his arm, like, where you couldn't even see the wood anymore. You just saw the yellow. The
that's
whole,
like in-
that whole bit was in his arm.
Nice.
And
It's
he
probably
did
still
not,
there.
he did not react.
well, it probably happened too fast.
He just stopped and he like pulled it out of his arm, and then I was like, "Holy shit, I am so sorry." And he's like, "I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna go get like a Band-Aid. Just hold up, it's fine." And he went and he got a Band-Aid and he put a Band-Aid on it, and then he said like a month later that it was still there.
Well, kids are fucking resilient. In a month, he probably has scarring.
But
It's probably still there.
I hope he does.
Dude, so much shit. Oh my god, playground stories. I remember, like, just going down the slide. It's just crazy how, like, you're minding your own business, and then suddenly everything changes as a kid.
Fuck you.
Just a situation happens because you're a fucking kid around other kids, and the chances of, like, an event happening just rise.
Where's this going?
Because I was just minding my own business, going down the slide, and as I'm exiting the slide, like going full speed, it's like one of those curvy concealed slides. Concealed, like you're concealed because it's like a tunnel. And at the very end of it, this kid is running by with a soccer ball, and I headbutt him in the nose. And kids have hard heads because he had a broken nose. And again, got sent to the principal's office. I was in the principal's office a lot as a kid. Realizing that now. Sorry, Mom, Dad. But they're like, "Did you beat this kid in the head?" And they're like, "I was going down the slide and I hit him in the head." Like, okay, get out of here. And then I was like, there was a lot of blood on those wood chips. The wood chips were black, but those wood chips were red. Anyways, the moral of the story is don't let your kids go to school. Keep them in the house always. Don't let them have friends. And don't let them have bikes. So this was the first episode of Your Friends Podcast. Hopefully, for those listening, you liked it. You liked us. You come hang out again. Hopefully, we made you laugh,
Made you cry.
made you cry, you
Made
enjoyed
you
your
feel.
time, and hopefully you want to check us out again. I don't know if like people ask for ratings. Don't rate us because it's probably gonna be low.
Leave your ratings in the comment section down below.
Don't.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
No. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. This is Your Friends Podcast, and I'm Alex Comp. You can find me at Alex Comp, KAUMP, on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm Justin Brodzik. You can find me on Twitter at JustinBrodzik14.
And I'm Grant Davis. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Grant_Davis33.
Oh, he didn't look it up this time.
No, I knew it.
Oh,
He knew
nice
it
job.
because he looked it up so much.
Oh.
I almost looked it up, and I was like, nah, I know it. It's probably going to be wrong, though. Fuck. I'll look it up.
What? No,
No, I think you're right.
I thought it was GMD 33.
No, that's my past account. Dodged a bullet on that one. No, I got it right.
All right, cool. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
That was
Bye.
sloppy.